Originally I was really emphasizing I want these clean wins because sure we can, fumble our way into champs, but like I don't want to go to champs and just go out in the top 50%, like around there. I want to win the thing. I want to make a deep run. I want to really have us look incredible at the end of our year as a showcase.
Hey everyone, Sejatun here. I'm here with Sentinel's head coach Kaplan after qualifying for VCG Champions Paris and a 2-0 over Cloud9. So initial thoughts, what are you feeling right now that you have champions secured and you're going to be able to go through 3/4 international events in 2025?
Yeah. To be honest, right now, not feeling anything about champs. I was certain we were going to qualify no matter what. And I don't want to go in as fourth seed. I'd like a first seed. I'd like a second seed. I know the guys want to win the stage. So actually kind of feeling nothing about that. But I will say the first game was, a bumpy game against G2 with a sub. Second game, Furia. People rate them pretty low. This game and how clean we were, really boosted my own confidence in us as a team a lot. This really felt like the game where I'm like, if we can win this one clean, if this can be a nice 2-0, I think we all understand we have what it takes to just sweep the stage. So that felt really nice.
Talk to me about after that Furia series, because we've seen in the vlogs where you're just really proud of them. That the 13-0 was a really big statement game, and I imagine a very big confidence boost. But then C9 was the one where this is a team that's always been a dark horse for champs qualification, top 4. Leading up into this series, what was the preparation like for C9 compared to before?
Yeah, we definitely had a lot more time. We had so little time for G2, and then I think we only had 2 or 3 scrim days after that for Furia, and just kind of scrambling, and then to have a full break, our first 2 days off in months, I think, and then 5 days after that to scrim. Wow, that felt really nice. Definitely studied them hard, made sure we had solutions and plans and tools on each map for whatever they do, but also just focused on okay, obviously all our maps aren't developed to the point where we want them to be, and some things just need basic love, nothing to do with C9, just let's level it up. So a nice mix, and 5 scrim days is enough time to be able to do both.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you about that break period where you said you finally were able to have 2 days. I was talking to the boys last week where they were talking about how I think Marshall was like, we only had 1 off day in the off season. Yeah. What was that like for you, and how you were just planning out the schedule? Because we spoke in the past how you really do prioritize having the player balance with everything.
Yeah, it sucked. not ideal, and I felt bad for everyone about it. I think we had 4 scrim days before EWC. Yeah. We did have 5 days off after Toronto. We stayed for the meet and greet in the grand final. We had that first week post Toronto off. Yeah, but then after that, 4 scrim days, fly to Riyadh, content day, back nonstop matches, meet and greet day, 2 boot camp days in Riyadh, fly home, a day and a half to adjust to jet lag, content day, 2 scrims. It was just, that was not fun. And I learned a lot about I do push through it. I don't get lazy but the way to push through burnout is kind of just drive yourself insane you can really fuel yourself with stress. It becomes when it's the last source of fuel left, it works pretty well to be we need to win. We're on a losing streak, whatever. We have to redeem ourselves. We have to make ourselves and our fans proud. And that does work, but it causes me and my own stress levels, I think, to be a worse coach than I need to be. So that was a lesson learned for me, that just try to kind of, not let the burnout impact the way I talk to the team. And I see. And I think I'm proud of how they handled it. I'm impressed that they didn't fatigue as hard as they could have.
Mm-hmm. It's in your own self-reflections, you weren't happy with the way that you're treating certain situations, because in the past where things would be less stressful, these are situations that could just easily be talked out instead of to a new level when you're stressed and haven't taken a break.
Yeah, exactly. It's easy to expect to anticipate stress levels when the stakes are higher. You have a big game, there's a lot on the line, and to kind of catch that, at least for me. But there's this other type of stress that just comes from going nonstop, and that one kind of for me creeps up on me more. And I just it was a big lesson learned in trying to look out for that.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned that you had 2 days off this after, I think, the Furious series. Yeah. So then, was that actually 2 days for you, or was that one day and then the other day was planning and prepping for when you get back?
I managed to get pretty much 2 days off. I felt a little guilty, but yeah, one day of just doing nothing, playing video games, sleeping, watching TV, pretty much just total brain rot. And then we had like a movie night as a team. We saw Fantastic Four. It was pretty sick. Oh, and nice. Awesome. Maybe like a little strategy. And I scrubbed a couple VODs of games. I didn't watch any games live that weekend. I refused to. I banned myself. Yeah.
And that was because of just how much you saw yourself getting stressed throughout this whole period where Toronto, content days, Riyadh, coming here, right?
Yeah. And like scrim weeks are a grind, like especially for the whole team. Like it's just constantly figuring out what to level up on every map. Like, okay, we finished this map. All right, tomorrow we're scrimming this map. Time to think about that and watch 3 VODs. Like I needed to make sure I had my energy ready for a 5-day week.
No, for sure. And I actually really wanted to follow up with you on that because I think what's for you specifically and also Josh, because you two are the teams that have been qualifying for every single event. How do you work with the rest of like the Sentinels team to organize everything to a point where you're able to fit in content days and the time that you need for scrimming, but then also giving the players the opportunity to spend time with themselves to actually like practice the micro things that they need to, like learning new agents and stuff they need to do on their own?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, like the org is super respectful and understanding. Like they want us to win, they want us to thrive, and they're always down to have an open dialogue about like how much content can we handle, like when do we want to do it, when do we need rest. They plan ahead. They're super respectful, and I'm really lucky about that. Content days through like Riot or EWC, we have no choice over. Those are always going to happen. But yeah, just being pretty open about it. Like, hey, like we only have 1 day off. Please be intelligent about it. We can only afford to have one. Hey, sometimes, it's probably a little nasty maybe. Sometimes like, hey, we win 2-0. If it's clean, we can have 2 days off because there's not going to be a lot to work on and fix. There's, if it's messy, might not get those 2 days. Yeah, just trying to find the balance, open dialogue as a team and letting them know, like, I try to be realistic. Okay, you're going to see fatigue in scrim weeks, especially toward the end of them. And like, let's not knee jerk that we're playing sloppy or that we're making more mistakes. It doesn't mean this map or this half is bad or that we're bad. We're just tired. It's the 4th scrim of the day of the 5th scrim day in a row. Like, all good. Like, that has nothing to do with how we'll be in a match. Adrenaline, caffeine, just a best of 3. Like, So just, yeah.
I think what's been really cool with just following everything is, talking about how busy the Sentinel schedule really is. But then just by the way you're talking, it seems like you always do your best to give heads up or set them up for any types of things or roadblocks that might have to come in the way. Yeah. How are you able to just stay on top of that when esports, as we've seen, can be so fast, especially Valorant, honestly? Like, how do you do that?
It's hard. Definitely not well enough. I can give them a heads up that they got to be smart about resting on our 1 day off, et cetera, just because I'm thinking it too. I'm looking at the calendar. I'm feeling the fatigue. I wish I could help them more on what they can do on that weekend or that day off, making sure there's an opportunity to do something that's rejuvenating. But we're all busy with a lot of different tasks. And, I think we can definitely do better as a group and like making sure we're healthier with our time off, like really min-maxing it. But they're all pretty mature about it. So I don't know. They make my life easy. I don't have a lot of energy to put toward like that stuff, and I'm not qualified to do some of that, but none of them are super degenerate or irresponsible. They're all very like aware of their own health.
Yeah, I mean, you pick these players for a reason, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So then I want to ask you, because this whole split, including playoffs, ends in August. You're already PAF champs, and you definitely want to be able to at least get to the finals again, win the split. How do you treat these next three-ish weeks so that you don't burn yourself out before champs, but then you're also doing the things you need to do to handle business and win your split?
Yeah, I think we're at a point where, originally I was really emphasizing I want these clean wins because sure we can, fumble our way into champs, but like I don't want to go to champs and just go out in the top 50%, like around there. I want to win the thing. I want to make a deep run. I want to really have us look incredible at the end of our year as a showcase. And like these wins are about proving that we're ready to do that. And they've done a really good job at proving that to myself and themselves, and I think everyone out there. Right now, I want to win these next games. I want to beat EG. I want to beat 2G. I'm confident that we're a strong enough team with what we showed that we can do that. Very confident. So we will prepare for those games. But right now it is about, I want efficient scrim weeks. I want scrim weeks where we're locked in on the days, where we're improving our map pool, noticing our general problems on certain halves so that when we go into champs, we don't have a limping map pool. And I know that's been a frustration point for fans. Like we've definitely had internationals in the last 2 years where our map pool feels like it's 2 strong maps and 2 okay maps. And it's on me more than anyone, and I don't like it either. And I've got a chip on my shoulder and really feel like I've got everything around me to make sure that happens. So these next couple of weeks, I think, are just about like, to me, I trust we're going to get the match wins no matter what. I just want to make sure, I want to go into Paris and not have anything we really need to fix that we already know about on that flight, Yeah,
makes sense. Final words to the fans, SEN. A lot of fans.
Thank you, everybody. I know it's always a wild ride with SEN, but hopefully we're proving, how hard we work and how bad we want to win it for you guys. And thanks for continuing to believe in us.
Final question. Will Qbert be wearing like a toupee and will he look French?
We definitely got to figure out something. Maybe a beret, maybe a little baguette, just like taped to him or something. I'm down. Maybe a bottle of wine.
Oh. Okay. Qbert, you're going up fast.
Some champagne if we grab the win, a little F1 style.
Thanks, Cap. Appreciate your time.
Thanks.